All right, so I just got an A7 IV. And I hate it. I'm returning it, and I'll tell you why. You know, all these other influencers on YouTube, take a hint of that word influencer, they tell you it's the greatest thing in the world. Oh, it's the best camera ever. You know why they're saying that? Because Sony gave them a free camera to play with. The camera companies do this because these people are social media influencers. And that's why camera companies give them things to influence them to buy stuff. Well, I don't care what people buy. I couldn't give a rat's ass about what people do or buy. I make no money off of it. If I want something, I just go pay for it, which is what I did with this. So I went and bought it. So I just did a photo session yesterday. And I couldn't even use the damn thing. Oh my God, so frustrating. And the reason people like these things in the first place is because they're so easy to use. You just push this button to take pictures, and you push the little red button to take video. It's that simple. You can go back and forth taking pictures and video anytime you want by pushing the appropriate button. Well, this thing, you can't do that. I went to take a picture, and it wouldn't take a picture. Why? Because it was set in... Here's why. This knob on top, look at this thing. This is not a typical mode dial. You can't just set it into manual or shutter power or aperture power. You have to, this little thing down here, this bottom layer, that has to be set in picture mode or video mode. And I went to take a picture, and I couldn't take a picture because it was set into video mode. And then later on, I went to take a video, and I couldn't take a video because it was set into picture-taking mode. They're complicating it. It's one more step you got to remember to do while you're taking pictures. I hate that. That is just so frustrating. This one right here, the A7S III, it has everything on the mode dial. Everything. The movie making mode, the manual mode, the S&Q, the PASM auto, and then you just push the red button or the black button to take video or pictures. But the A7 IV has that stupid thing on top. Ugh. All right. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I hate about this thing. You know how when you take a picture and you're doing a professional photo shoot and you take a picture and it shows you the picture you just took for a couple seconds so you can review it and say, I like that picture. Oh, it's too overexposed. I need to change my settings. Well, this didn't do that. I went to take a picture and it didn't show me what I just took. I literally sat there on the sidewalk with people waiting, trying to go through this ridiculous convoluted menu to try to figure out what setting I had to find to get it to actually show me the picture I just took. And after 5 minutes, I still couldn't find the damn setting on there, so I said, F this, I am not going to use this camera. So I pulled out my A7C, and that's easy to use. I just took all my pictures with that thing. So anyway, I hate this thing. I am returning it. I know this thing has more megapixels, but really, how many more? The A7 III this has 33 megapixels, right? This has 24. Ooh, big difference. 24 is more than fine enough. So does the A7C. It has 24. So it's not that big of a jump, and I don't need a billion megapixels. All right, they say this thing is got better eye focus. Well, it doesn't. You know what? In my photo shoot, when I was doing some taking pictures and I was trying to set it up, the person was in the top right corner with their face, and it couldn't find the eye, and it was a little bit in shade. I don't know what they're saying, but the eye autofocus, from my experience, is no better on the A7 IV than the A7C or the updated firmware A7 III. The A7 III, I updated the firmware. The eye autofocus is just as good as anything else that's out there now. So I don't know what they're talking about there. The eye autofocus is not better on the A7 IV. What's the other thing? Oh, it doesn't overheat, supposedly, when you take video. Okay, that's the one thing that's good about it. But then again, the A7S III does that. That runs a long time without overheating also. So, and I don't take really long videos, so I can use my A7C. And I don't even use these things all the time. Right now, you know what I'm using right now? Right now, I am using a little tiny Lumix GM1, the first micro four thirds interchangeable lens mirrorless camera that ever came out. Tiny little thing, and that's what I'm shooting this with right now. So I don't even need all these big fancy things to take video all the time. But anyway, so what I'm saying is even the A7C this is a great video camera, and I use it for pictures sometimes too. The only thing I don't like about the A7C is the viewfinder is really small. It's not that great, and that's what I liked about the A7 III. The A7 III has a great viewfinder, and that's another thing they said was better on the A7 IV, because it was supposed to have a better viewfinder than the A7 III. From my experience, again, I don't see any noticeable difference between the A7 III and the A7 IV viewfinder. I mean, it might be like on paper, on spec sheets, a little better. And that's the other thing about these reviewers, these guys, these influencers who are telling you, oh, it's got 0.715 megapixels here, and oh, look at this color chart here, and then they read off 20 minutes of spec sheet crap, what about personal experience? I do not see a much brighter, wow, that is so much brighter and bigger and better in the Viewfinder than this one. It looks the same to me. It doesn't look that much more amazing to my eyes. And so anyway, so what else? Why would the A7 IV be that much better? Okay, the Viewfinder isn't noticeably better. The eye autofocus isn't any better. The megapixels aren't that much more really than, 24 to 33. Not that big of a jump. So, I mean, okay, so you can run this for a longer time and it doesn't overheat. Great, but I don't do videos over 5 or 10 minutes anyway. So I'm not like, I don't care. I don't like listening to all this hype and then getting it and then being disappointed. So as I'm telling you, from my experience, I'm probably the one guy on the internet who's saying, don't get the A7 IV. Well, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead and get it. I don't care. I don't like it. I'm returning it. I am happy with my A7 III. I got an A7S III. I got a couple of A7Cs. I use the A7Cs for video mainly, and I use the A7 III for picture taking, but I can take, they're interchangeable. I can take pictures with the A7C and I can take video with the A7 III. I don't use the A7S III very much because it's only a 2 megapixel camera. I'm joking. It's got a tiniest sensor. It is so frustrating. You can't really take pictures with the A7S III. It's just mainly a video camera. I like things that you can do both with. I don't do 120 frames per second and 4K for 20 minutes with anything, so I don't care. The A7C also is a nice video camera that can run quite a while, so I'm pretty happy with these four. And I hardly ever use the A7S III, so it's the A7 III and then a couple of A7Cs. That's my world right there in the full frame world. I've got some professional cinema cameras, but I never use those. They're collecting dust, so this is what I'm using in the full frame world. So, there you go. That's why I hate the A7 IV, and I'm returning it. I don't even want to give it away because I just got it, just got it. And it just, I've given some stuff away to people before, and I'd say, now I know recently some people did, but before that, for the 5 years before that, 85% of people that got free stuff from me never even said thank you. They just got it, and then I find some of them are selling it on eBay, and some of them are just getting it, and they don't care. They just get it, and whatever, So I'm not getting a brand new, $3,000 camera and giving it away to somebody who's not even going to say thank you for it. So, and I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, I'll say thank you. I'll say thank you. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm ranting. Oh, I forgot to give away a Shure GLXD wireless system. So I'm going to throw that up real quick on the MarcusPixGiveawayEnter.com. And nobody wanted the Shure MX150B microphones. These are, if you have a Shure system, if you have anything by Shure, these plugs, these are TA4F plugs, standard Shure plugs. This is a pretty good microphone. It's a Shure MX150B lavalier. I got two of them, two MX150Bs with Shure connectors. I'll put those up too. And I also have 4 Westcott Bowens Mount Pro Signature 36x48 large softboxes. I got them for $230 each. I used this one just once, and the other 3 I'd never used. They're brand new. So if you want one of these, I'll put these up also. What else? I don't know. Okay, well, that's my thing for today. I hate the A7 IV. I mean, it's a good camera. It takes great pictures. It's really sharp. It takes good video. It's really sharp. It's got good color. It's got good whatever, but it's not better, really, in my opinion, than any of these other cameras. So there. Okay, that's it. I'll see you later next week. Bye.